I'm sorry.
It's just like certain things that dudes don't do on Valentine's Day.
All right, guys, this your girl Nyomi Banxxx here on Chocolate Radio, the live show here on Radio Network. We was down just for a little bit, just
Yeah, we
excused
were.
us for it, yeah. But while we were out, I Devoe actually gave me that famous Devoe knows what. Well, we were
What
sitting
you mean?
here, we were sitting here eating chicken. He's eating, chicken, and so I was just joking around with him, and and say about the and I forget what movie that is when the guy put the whole chicken bone in his mouth and then he like pulls it out and just have the bone and all the chicken is gone.
Okay, now.
But
That's what I was trying to explain to you. There's certain things that dudes just do not do.
right, exactly. So
Right.
he
Straight
goes
guys.
in and say that men are not supposed to eat certain things a certain way, as they're not
Well,
supposed
no.
to suck on a popsicle. Now that's something I've never heard.
I mean, it's okay. It's like some things are attributed to a certain type of behavior, confined to a certain type of persuasion. So if you're a straight guy, there's no reason for you to, you know, lick or suck on a popsicle in a certain kind of way. Like you just don't do that because it's just it's just some things that are not meant to happen in that particular kind of way. So you're asking me to show you how I would take a chicken wing and slam it into my mouth and then suck all the meat
You didn't
off.
have to slam it in. You could have put it in there very sexy like.
But see, dudes just don't do certain type of things. Like, dude cannot eat a chicken wing in a sexy like type of fashion
Hmm.
because that's something that's attributed to a behavior that a straight man is not supposed to be doing. Like, you don't understand.
No, I don't understand it.
Well, it's very easy to understand. Like, just certain things that I would not do because that's practice leading up to other activity. It's just like you would take a pickle and suck on a pickle, right?
Yeah, who
Or a
would?
banana. Like, okay,
No, I wouldn't
you
suck on
see
a
what, but you see
banana. I would
women,
eat a banana.
yeah, but you see women sucking on bananas, simulating that they're giving head
That's
to the
because they were
banana.
asked to do something like that.
Yeah,
That
but see,
has
I'm not
nothing to
gonna.
do with.
Okay, if I peel the banana, like I'm
You
not
don't
going
suck
to
on a banana though.
because I'm not going to peel a banana and then start, you
Do you
know,
eat bananas?
yeah, I do. I peel the top, I'll peel the banana open
Hmm.
and just bite it off. I'm not going to slip a banana down my throat to see how far the banana can go down my throat. It's just not going to happen. So I wouldn't do a chicken wing that way either. I'll just eat a
Okay,
chicken
now I
wing.
understand. I was messing with you with that, but
Yeah, I
I'm
understand.
stuck on the popsicle. I truly am because I mean, you biting it. I'm being honest here when I say this. When you bite popsicles, you get that what is that brain freeze
Right,
when you just biting a popsicle like that. And I
right.
just can't imagine, you're not sucking on a popsicle just to. I mean,
This is the way you just said that.
like what?
Sucking
Sucking
on a
on a
popsicle.
popsicle.
Okay, but a popsicle is what? A popsicle can be a pseudonym for a dick. So it's not like you're gonna suck on a popsicle. It's like sucking on a pickle. Pickles the same shit.
No.
Like women use these type of phallic shaped objects to practice their technique on. So if you have a pickle or a cucumber or a popsicle or whatever or a banana, like you're gonna use those types of things to practice your skills, which you transfer into the real thing. So I'm not gonna be sucking on no phallic shaped objects as if I'm trying to do it in a sexy type of way. It just ain't gonna happen.
All right. Okay. Listen. Dog pound. Mike. Are you listening here? Oh, he's not listening at all. No.
But I'm pretty sure, like, the fellas out there would agree with me. Like, you're not gonna be sitting around like sucking on a popsicle or cucumber or pickle, try to do it in a sexy kind of way unless you are, you know, that type of way. Like, you're just not gonna do it. It ain't gonna happen. Even if it's Valentine's Day, it's just not gonna happen. And you don't understand. You looking at me
No,
like you
because
don't
I'm
get
getting
it.
ready. I'm
You don't
getting ready to go
understand.
get you a popsicle because I want to
I'm
see how
not
you
gonna.
naturally eat a popsicle. I really
Why
do,
you
and I
let me?
can
What?
tell if you really naturally eating it or you just trying to pretend like you just bite
No, it's just some way.
the
It's just some ways that I'm not going to eat a popsicle because it's just not part of my genetic makeup to eat a popsicle this way. I'm not gonna. It's like okay, you get a popsicle. And I'm pretty sure you've done this. So I'm making an assumption. Like I'm pretty sure you've done this. You played around with a popsicle. You take it and just like slammed it up and down.
No, I wasn't playing. I was eating it.
You've never licked a popsicle sensuously. Like you never licked the tip of the popsicle. Like went up and down the popsicle, slammed it down your throat. Like none of that type of shit.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I need to see you do that. You can get a popsicle and then demonstrate your technique.
Like no, I never did that with a banana. I mean, I played
See?
around with a
Now,
banana
why would you think?
before.
Like, why would you think to do a banana that way?
Well, actually, they asked me to do it. They paid me to do it like that when I was on
Exactly.
Howard Stern, so I kind of like,
Right.
and
So bananas,
demonstration with
a
the
banana
banana.
shaped like a penis. So you're naturally going to be able to go ahead and demonstrate your technique on a banana shaped penis.
But I just wouldn't have.
Penis
I
shaped
wouldn't
banana.
have never. My brain doesn't go that freaky that way. Just to think that a popsicle, just so innocently, a popsicle that you can that
Right.
you can just feel like it's just a sexual. This a popsicle. Like this are
It's not just an
the
innocent
bonbons, the like something. I just don't. I just never
It's just
seen that.
it's not just an innocent popsicle. It's just the shape of the popsicle that causes people to do these types of behaviors that a straight like a straight guy is just not going to take a popsicle and start sucking on it like that. But
Like
women will do it.
what?
Like you know what I'm talking about. Like you take it, you demonstrate your technique on a popsicle as if you're sucking a dingaling. You'll do that because it's shaped that way. Just like you take a banana and do the same thing, or a pickle or a cucumber, you do the same shit. You'll suck on that. Because I've seen plenty of people or women do that on those types of objects, fruits, vegetables, like whatever. They do that.
So how do you eat a strawberry?
I just ate
Let me
one.
see you
Like,
eat a strawberry.
I eat a strawberry.
I
Like
want to see you eat a strawberry.
I'm not gonna eat
Right?
it.
Eat a strawberry because it has a tip. You know it has a
Okay,
tip.
well, see, strawberries are different.
Right how? I'm trying
Okay,
to figure out wow.
strawberries are associated with, they can be associated with
A nipple?
pussy, like, or a nipple,
A
like whatever.
nipple?
So, a dude can eat a strawberry like in a cool way. That's kind of a turn off for a woman, like you know what I'm saying. But it's not like the strawberry's not shaped like a dick, so it's cool. The
But
strawberry's
it
kind
can
of
be.
shaped.
It can be like how to do like that, and then you have the fat, the head. That's the
No,
head
but
of it.
see, if I'm looking at this strawberry, like the way this strawberry is shaped,
What
it's
is
got
that
like
structure?
it might
A
be. I mean,
dick?
it might be, no,
That's
it
the
might be.
slit. That's the slit from the penis.
No,
right
if you
there.
look at the way the strawberry is shaped, it might look like a pussy. So
Really?
yeah, because you got like a little crease right here. You got the indentation, and that could be like a clitoris. So
Really?
like you like approach the strawberry like, oh yeah, it's
But then
kind
that
of.
could be the slit of the head of the dick right there. I'm just.
So you eat the strawberry almost as if you're licking on some pussy or between the girl's ass cheeks. So it's a little different because once you take a bite, look at that. That looks like a pussy. So you could kind of
It
like
does.
exactly. So it's a little different for me eating a strawberry as opposed to sucking on a popsicle. It's not the same.
All right, guys, look, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to get a popsicle because I want to see Alexander Devoe
I'm not gonna suck
eat
on
a popsicle. I didn't say suck. I said I want to see you
I'm not.
eat a popsicle. All right, so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to bring some popsicles up in here.
This is a Valentine's popsicle
Yes.
challenge.
Yes, it is. I want to be, actually, because people even eating food in a sexual way is a turn on, just as you
it
said.
is. Yeah,
So I really, I'm so serious. I'm not being, funny or not. But when you made that statement about the popsicle thing, I never even thought about that. Never.
Because you're a woman, so you're not gonna think about it like that.
No,
Because
I
it's a
never
natural.
thought about that.
It's probably just natural. It's instinctual for you to, subconsciously not even
So if I
realize
see a
what you're
little
doing.
boy just, and then I'm gonna have to slap it out his hand because that no, Yeah, no, that's
These little
crazy.
dudes, like they, they need help. For real, because they putting dresses on, like,
Oh my God, he done
twerking,
went somewhere else with it.
all that type of
All
stuff.
right, so look, we're gonna come back. We still doing the Valentine's special here. Now we're talking about food because we don't went somewhere else. Because now I want to know directly how does he? I gotta find me some popsicles around up in this piece.
So we gonna call this Devoe's Valentine popsicle challenge. To eat it like rigid, like you can't eat it like you about to, suck on something. So
Right. So before I do this, guys, the Urban X Award, it is coming along
Urban
great.
X, yeah,
Urban X
definitely.
Award is coming along great. August 20th, right?
2017.
2017 this
Right.
year. We are bringing it back. We had so much fun yesterday.
Yeah.
Scouting locations and venues and thus forth. And we found one.
We did. Actually, we found two venues.
Yeah, we found two. But come on now. We got to go with the, So we're bringing it sexy.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing it back sexy as ever. And it's going to be nice. Just, keep it to the go. Follow us there on Urban X Awards on Instagram and on Twitter.
And
right?
urbanxawards.com. The site will be up in hours. Literally, they're working on the site right now to get it up. So you guys can go and check it out and look up for updates, info. Send us your email so you can stay in touch.
Yep, for updates and everything like that. All right, guys. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. Chocolate Radio, the live show here on RipRadioNetwork.com.
You're dealing with me, it's nothing but pure satisfaction. Yeah. You can have it anywhere you want it. Go relax your mind. We gon' do this thing right. I'ma take my time. I'm tryna beat it at the frame, girl. Baby, relax your mind. You can go ahead and dim the lights. I'm about to lay it down. It's bedtime. Let me go a little stronger. Baby girl, just hold it there a little longer. Lady, I'm tryna get some of that ooh-wee. Take a few shots of the Tron. I swear, girl, we going all night long. Yeah, girl, I'ma break it down, break it down. Relax your mind. We gon' do this thing right. I'ma take my time. I'm tryna beat it at the frame, girl. Baby, relax your mind. You can go ahead and dim the lights. I'm about to lay it down. It's bedtime. I said I know I want you, and girl, I know you want me too. So girl, let's make this thing right. I'ma show you that we both compatible. What we have, it goes on and on and on and on. Said I need you, yeah, oh yeah. Relax your mind. We gon' do this thing right. I'ma take my time. I'm tryna beat it at the frame, girl. Baby, relax your mind. You can go ahead and dim the lights. I'm about to lay it down. It's bedtime.
All right, it's your girl Nyomi Banxxx here on Chocolate Radio, the live show here on Rip Radio Network. I just want to ask you guys to excuse us today. For some reason, we're adding on new things, adding on new mics and stuff like that, trying to make the show go smoothly. And like I said before, it's going to take us a couple of weeks to really get this where it's working smooth. Am I right?
Yeah. Technical difficulties
Right.
and eating chicken wings in a masculine way, so you don't really show that you're deep throating chicken wing. It's very easy to do.
Wow.
But yeah.
Really?
We're back.
Right.
We're back.
We're back. Yeah, we're back. All right. If you guys were listening, you guys can't see. That was my boy Alexander Devoe.
What happened to the popsicle? You want to have a popsicle?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it was a little. They were like, kind of. Yeah.
They weren't hard.
No, they wasn't hard.
Oh, okay. You
No,
see,
they
even talking
they
about the
wasn't hard.
popsicle in that kind of way, it's the association. So
That's because you're just nasty like that. That's why.
no, yeah, I can be because I've seen people eat popsicles very sensually, and it kind of does something to
But
you.
maybe it was them that were doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they were just trying to get a rise. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but
I just can't. I'm like for real. I'm really trying to put. Really, we're gonna have like
you
a
know,
whole. We're gonna do a whole show on food, on sexual things with food. We're gonna have some chicken, we're gonna have bananas, we're gonna have some popsicles here. We're gonna have everything that like give you that sexual thought in your mind when someone's eating. We're gonna have that here.
like every show, like I learned a little bit more about you, and it's kind of like it's interesting because you're you are I think you're very shy and reserved personally, but you can also be kind of domineering and controlling in different types of situations. But on the inside, I think you're just afraid.
Did he say that?
You're afraid of a lot of stuff, personally to let come out. You have to be in a certain environment before
It's a time and a place for everything. You just
exactly,
don't.
that's what I mean.
Right. I know that it's a time and a place for everything. I can't be in Albertsons just letting it loose. You understand what I'm saying? I
I mean,
can't
like,
be at
okay,
church
at your most vulnerable,
letting
like
loose.
like right now.
Hmm.
Okay, it's Valentine's Day,
Right.
and from what I'm trying to understand is like you've never really taken a popsicle and kind of sucked on a popsicle in a manner that is something that's like super sexy to try to turn somebody on. And a lot of people
No,
have.
because every time I had a popsicle, I was either around kids or I was a kid at that time, so it wasn't nothing of a sexual manner to be. So I never really
Right.
thought of it like you understand. I never thought of it like that.
So we
And I
should.
don't eat a lot of popsicles. They give me a brain freeze. That's why I'm
So what
full.
would you do? Like, what would you do? Okay, it's taking it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
It's Valentine's Day, and
What would I do now?
we're doing the popsicle thing.
Mm-hmm.
So could you do that? Like, could you take a popsicle and make that popsicle melt and get all juicy and stuff to turn somebody on?
Would I do that?
Could
Yes,
you do that?
I would do that. But make sure you have some wipes or a nice soapy towel because they get like real sticky. You know, like really sticky. I'm just
Yeah.
being honest. Like
Like that one turn you on too? Like, what are you doing?
I don't think so. And the crazy thing is that ice would. You've done the ice thing. You have sex with ice and things of that sort, right?
I've had somebody put like ice cubes in their mouth and then try to give me head, but
Not on your nipples.
yeah, I think so.
Not on your
I
ball
think
sack.
ball sack, like ball sack is ball sack.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's happened before.
Like with me, I do the ice and I all over the body, the tip of the nose, the nipples, under the arms, have them raise their arms, put it on the elbows, just take it down, very sensual. Just your knees, all just down the whole body. And it's a very
What ice do?
sensual type of thing, huh?
What
It just
ice
gives you that because your body is already hot, for just intensify from that sexual, intense. And so when you put that ice on there, it's like a contrast, but it feels good.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it makes that like, ugh, because it's like ugh. I can't even explain it. It's just makes you, jerk. But popsicles,
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna do it right here on air in a few weeks.
but you have pickles. You got pickles.
No, I don't have any pickles.
What do you have that's close to that the same type of shape?
Like what? Like a banana or something?
You have those? You got banana?
Yeah, those are for my diet.
So why don't you do that? Like, why
Well,
don't
I
you?
want to see you do it. Like, how would you eat a banana? So I would eat a
Okay.
banana how a woman would. Okay, this let me say this. All right, I want you to do the sexiest way that a straight man can eat a banana.
But see, why
I
is
mean,
it
I
like,
want to do it my way. That's gonna be able to turn on.
okay, but dude, like, okay, I'm gonna just say this. Like, I'm a straight
Say
guy.
it, okay? And
So
you
I'm
can't
not
eat a
going
banana
to
in a sexual way to turn on a
no,
woman.
because I'm not gonna eat. I'm not gonna do something in a
You,
sexual way that's shaped like a penis, because it just like the straight dude penis shaped objects, sexy,
okay, what
don't
about
go
this?
together.
What about here?
That's different. Like
This
that's not
right
a
here.
but you could do that. Like you can, a dude can safely, perform, sexy stuff on a cupcake because it's a little different. It's flat and it could
So for a woman, should a woman do that?
well, I mean, a woman's universal. Like you can do both. Like you can do both. You can go both ways. Like
And men can't go both ways.
no, you
All
can't.
right, so let me ask you this
You
question.
cannot.
All right, so if a man is bisexual, does it truly mean that he's bisexual or is he gay?
Well, being a straight guy, like uh,
True.
he's a gay guy.
Mm,
Yeah,
I don't know if I agree with that.
yeah. That dude is he's gay. He's not bisexual. Right? He's a gay guy.
Mm, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
that's just because I have a lot of gay friends or whatever. So they've kind of explained the situation to people who really didn't understand it.
so you don't think that a man could be sexually attracted to both sexes, men and women?
No, I just think you're a gay guy like who's slightly delusional, and you're not really accepting the fact that you're gay, so you still want to hang on to, being with women.
All right, so there's for women, only women can be bisexual.
Well,
I'm at,
for my beliefs, I think women are naturally bisexual because the environment allows you to be that way.
because the environment allows you to be that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you're raised, how
So you're
you.
labeling on what society
No, I'm saying
accepts.
it's easier to be that way because of
Why?
how women and little girls are treated in our society.
And I'm
It's
not
not like,
understanding that. What do you mean?
okay, two women kissing, hugging each other. Okay, we applaud that. Like we celebrate that. We want to see that. Like two dudes kissing and hugging. Okay, that's something that turns a lot of people off. Like people get angry. Like they want to shoot, kill people. Like whatever. So if you're gay or bisexual in our society, and it has something to do with the male, then you're gonna have more adversity as opposed to being a female where it's celebrated. Like dudes are sitting around like, okay, that's their fantasy to see two women together. It's like to see two women kissing. Like every dude, like somewhere in the back of their mind, like they want to see that happen. So it's not a big deal for women to be in a club, like dancing with each other, kissing each other. Like that's not a big deal. So if you're at a club party, imagine two guys sitting there on the dance floor, hugging and kissing each other. It's like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like it's not that type of party. You see what I'm saying? So we don't really accept that as easily as we do with women hugging and kissing each other. That's just normal. Because we're used to seeing stuff like that all the time. And the flip side to that is situational. So you got to go, to the gay spot or the bisexual club in order for that stuff to be cool. That's like okay, we go to the club in Hollywood, like some dudes bust out on the dance floor, they start kissing each other. Like, what you gonna do?
Nothing.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying.
no, you're not.
I will. I would just like, oh, okay, and just that would be it for me. I mean, because they're gay. That what I would just
Right,
like. They're
but you
gay.
don't really like in a regular environment, in a regular situation. That's not really cool. Like it might happen, but it's just not something that you're just gonna be okay with.
Right. Yes. Okay. Look, okay, for me, I'm kind of seeing it as when it comes to, I think it's because one of my best friends she's gay, and she is frowned upon by a lot of people because she is gay and that she does have sex and she loves and she's in a relationship with a woman.
Right.
So even when she, claimed to be bisexual at first, it still wasn't acceptable to certain people.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess it's like for me, I'm not bisexual, but I'm bi-curious because I cannot have a relationship with a woman. I just won't have a relationship with one because I want to have a relationship with a man.
Right,
but I would try, have, relate sex with a woman just on an intimate thing, and I believe that it can be the same way with a man. That because we all sexual beings, we can't just put just because you're a woman, you just was born bisexually. I just don't agree with that statement.
But I think the difference is that sometimes it's just more difficult for a man to be okay with that in a societal construct and also personally. Like it's a difference between somebody presenting as straight but they're really gay on the inside in their personal life because they just don't want to take that step to be able to say, oh, I'm comfortable with being this way. Even though people would say, okay, well, it really doesn't bother me to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something about that person that they're just not okay with just stepping out and saying, okay, here's how I'm going to present.
But what about you're not okay as a one is standing in judgment that you're not okay as that he's
I'm
just
fine.
being.
Like, I don't care.
No, what I'm saying is that those people out there that say no, if he's bisexual, then he's completely gay. He is in denial of who he is. No, he knows what he wants. He wants both men and women. He wants to fuck both men and women. That is his sexual, attraction to both of them.
Okay, if you ask a person who's 100% gay, is there a such thing as being bisexual? That person is going to tell you no, because
why does that make that what they say is what it is? Because everybody's not the same.
Okay, it's either normal to be a certain way or it's not. And here's what I believe. Like here's what I believe. Okay, I believe that if you didn't have, and I think we had this conversation, we touched on this conversation, but we didn't really delve into it.
Right.
If people were left alone to do whatever it is that they're going to do, then they would do whatever it is that they would have sex with whoever they want to have sex with.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's what would happen, because it's normal to be a certain way, because that's how we are as human beings. Like, we're going to be this way. So if going back to ancient times when men used to have sex with each other, bond, and like they would have sex with each other, the only time they would have sex with women is when they wanted to have a baby, when they wanted to procreate. So women were just looked at as, oh, I'm only going to interact with you when I want to procreate and have a son and carry on a name. Other than that, they would have sex with each other. Like, dudes would be bonding with each other, like they have sex with boys, like all that type of stuff. So it was a normal thing for men to associate and bond with each other sexually. It was only used and restricted to procreation when they were interacting with women. So if you want to look at it that way, then it's normal for men to be gay.
So I totally don't agree with that. And I had
I
had to step in the room because my mic was off. And because the thing is we live in a very sexist world. We live in a very man-dominated world. So when you think about it, men who, if they bisexual, if they gay, they still gonna be under influence that they're not, just because they're in a very. That's why in a man's world we have the term called what is called undercover or
down low brother.
But in a woman's world, two women can be together and it's cool for everybody. And you talked about one of your best friends. If the fact that she's trying to play a man role is frowned upon. But
Right.
if you look at two beautiful
Mhm.
women who doing that thing,
Oh, that's all good.
And to society, that's all good.
Right.
To everybody in society, women like, oh, they're two beautiful women, so they're cool. Men like, oh yeah, I would like to be a part of that. But for a man thing, if two men go about it like that, it's frowned upon by a whole lot of people, except for the two men who coming out saying they're gay. So really, men, just because the society and their status, they give a name to whatever they want to give a name to. They can say we bisexual, they say we gay, they can say whatever, because we still live in a male controlled society, and it's gonna be that way.
Yeah.
And females always have to, in a sense, take a back seat to their sexuality, to things that they want to do. So a man, whether he's gay or bisexual, he can title it whatever they want.
Yeah, you can, but I just think
They
that
will.
I just think that people just create that label because they're really not comfortable with being who they are.
And what about who they are is that they're a sexual being that I'm gonna have sex with whoever I want to have sex with, versus if it's a man, a woman, a trans, a he, she, or whatever.
And when you think about it, that's really only in America, because in other countries, people they're sexually explicit to do whatever they want to do in a lot of other places. America, we hold that status of we gotta categorize everybody because we are a melting pot. We categorize in races and we categorize in sexes. And that's just the country we live in. If everybody was free to be who they want to be,
we say everybody free what they want to free.
Free who they want to free.
But if you think about it, like you are able to be who you are. It's just like it becomes
you ain't able to go out there and shout it by the rooftops. No, it's too many down low people to even make that statement.
But why would somebody choose to be down low as opposed to being openly gay? Why would somebody make that choice?
Just society.
But there's
because of their job, because of their family, because of a lot of reasons.
Right. So
yeah, but if you think about how things work, it's just like, okay, we know that, based on how things are structured, you're gonna have gay people who are at the top of the food chain, and everybody knows that they're gay. So even if you have those dudes who are openly gay, you're still gonna have people who are pretending that they're straight. Just like in sports, like we know that this sports is full of
yes we do. But they ain't coming out.
They're not because they're afraid
because of society.
Because they're afraid of what's going to happen.
I'll be honestly, and the thing is I hope Naomi your show don't get put off the air because I say that. I mean, I believe Trump done hit some booty before too. But the thing is, Trump ain't gonna let that out.
Well, you would see it. He's not really into his wife. They have zero connection with each other.
I think he's fucking his daughter, but that's all.
Oh my God!
They don't have a
dog pound in the street. I've been in the street.
But I'm saying, like, since we're talking about this, it's like the thing is, it's like
we got political Valentine's Day.
But it's Valentine's Day, so everybody's out there like doing whatever they're doing, connected with their significant other. But sometimes when you talk about this subject, because it becomes so heated, because everybody's not really being true to who they are within themselves. Now, I personally I have a lot of friends who are gay. And I've had this conversation with them, like, and I just spent a couple years ago, like I immersed myself within gay culture because I was shooting a reality show. And here's what happened. Here's why it becomes so problematic a lot of the times, because when people represent themselves as either gay or bisexual, it gives the person who's representing themselves as bisexual license to dip and dab on both sides, because one minute you're gay and the next minute you're straight. So you either pick one. Like you either dealing with women or you dealing with men. You can't do both. When you're a man, you can't do both because it's very dangerous to be that way. So if I'm sitting here telling somebody, okay, I'm straight, if a person is presenting as a person who's bisexual, he don't give a fuck what I'm saying, because this is
the thing with that. Like Naomi, as a woman, can you present yourself as whatever you want to present yourself? And one thing I think is stereotype. As a beautiful woman, can you present yourself any way you want to present yourself?
You can. You can be bisexual, like gay, whatever you want to be, because it's more acceptable for women to be that way because that's how women
And how do you
are
feel? I mean,
culturized in our society. It's like that.
I think we should let the woman comment on that.
You, you know, for me, um, I don't know because this is the
All right.
because I'm trying to find the right words to say when I say this is because when I hear that it's and I'm all right with it being all right for women to be bisexual, but I'm not all right with it not being okay for men to be bisexual. And why I say this is because there are a lot of people out there that are sexual beings and that love having sex with both men and women. And I guess I don't really like the labeling type. I don't like for people to be labeled, as such because this is what they're feeling at that point in time. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want to, or I love a man at this time, or I want to, or I love a woman at this time that I have to be labeled as something. I guess I never want to put anybody in the box, especially when it comes to their own sexuality and their own sexual being. Period. I just don't like that. So when I say I'm bi-curious, I only say that because I know that I think women are beautiful and attractive, and watching some women turn me on. But knowing that I would never want to be in a relationship with a woman because I just don't see that happening. But
Why do you say you're bi-curious? Like, doesn't it make you bisexual if you're attracted to women and you want to have sex with them?
for me, when people say gay, that means that they are living that life in the same sex relationship, the same sex things, like all across the board. For me, saying bi curious is because I would not be in a relationship. I only would, and I haven't even really did any sexual. I had probably like 2 encounters with a threesome. You understand what I'm saying? Outside of, not being on camera. Have I kissed a girl? Oh yes, I've kissed a girl, but it never went further than that. You understand what I'm saying? So that's probably as further that I would go, unless I find someone that I'm very picky.
So you have a type, though.
Yeah, I probably do have a type.
So you're really bisexual then.
No, I'm not bisexual. I don't think so. I can't.
But take the term bisexual. Bisexual is exactly what it is. I'm bisexual. Sex is the key word there. If I'm bisexual, I'm not having sex whoever the hell I want to have sex with. That ain't got nothing to do with love or gay. Because to me, being gay is a relationship. A man and a man, or a woman and a woman. And that's a relationship because they love that person. If I'm saying I'm bisexual, that means I just want to go have sex. We ain't got nothing to do with love. You ain't got to bring no flowers on Valentine's Day because we just having sex, right? I mean, that's what I think about
it. For me, I guess he confused it. How are you bi-curious and you're not bisexual? Because I have not had sex with a woman, just me and a woman without a man. Period. It's always been a man there with me. And my thing is that my turn on was more of the woman pleasing that man versus that woman pleasing me.
So you never like interacted with the female?
Yeah, I did, and I didn't like it. And it could have been that woman that I was interacting with, but I didn't like that. You understand what I'm saying?
So question, you're bi-curious, would it be like you gotta see a woman and like, God damn, to be curious and just you having a relationship with, just you having sex, not relationship, just you having sex with a woman. Yeah, she really have to knock you off your feet.
She really has to turn me on. It's not even knock me off my feet. It's just really really sexually turn me on. And it can be someone that looks, no lie. A few years ago, my best girlfriend, who I say that's a lesbian, and actually she is y'all, I'm trying to the correct word for it because I don't want to say a butch or whatever like that. I don't want to say that. But she is right, there you go. The stud. Sorry. But yeah, she's a stud. She's a stud and a very nice looking stud. So she had a big party one year, in Milwaukee. and I had went, and it was this sexy ass stud, like, and I would never thought that I would be attracted. I was like, damn, like
See,
she's
that's
sexy
one
as
thing
hell.
I don't see. I don't get the whole stud dumb thing. Like, cause I'm like, if you,
See,
There we go.
there we go,
Like,
there we
go.
I mean, I get it, but I don't. Because if you a lesbian, that means you like women who look like women. So if you're attracted to a woman who looks like a dude,
That's not what that means. That's your
no,
definition of
I'm
it.
trying to understand the distinctions between like.
But see, that's what we get caught up in because we think because a woman is attracted to a woman that it has to look like a woman.
Yeah, but
And that's not always the
that's like
case
a
of it.
gay
It might not. They might not want that feeling of a masculinity man.
So you're not really okay if you and this has been my own experience like
Mhm.
dealing with women who say they're a lesbian and they're attracted to studs. Somewhere along the line, they end up leaving the studdom and then they go back with a man because it's not like it's it's a genuine attraction to females. It's just like they like the essence of being with a woman, but they got to look like a dude in order for them to be okay with that.
No, you know what? I don't know. And I guess because I'm on the outside looking in, and even just looking at her relationships on how it go, how it goes. And I don't see that. I just see because she's been in long relationships with girls. Some look like girls, and some, they don't look like studs, but they bald heads and really like that. And they've had and all of her exes are still with girls. They didn't go.
They use strap-ons or no?
Yeah, like yeah.
But if you see this side gets like super
You
confusing for me.
I guess, and that's my thing is that because for me, I want something real. Now I'll strap it on in a minute.
No, I'm saying like okay, this is where it becomes confusing for me. Okay, so if you're a lesbian, like you're a true pure lesbian, like you don't like men, whatever, why are you using strap-ons? Because that's something associated with the male persona.
But then remember, you got the
So
G spot though. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, but you a lesbian, like you a lesbian.
No, but you still have the even though so the thing is you have the clitoris and you have the G spot. And sometimes people do not get turned on and they do not have an arousement with the clitoris. So they would have to have it through the G spot. And I'm just saying because I'm not gay. I don't know. I'm just saying what I would want if I was gay. You understand what I'm saying?
But if you would like truly gay, like you don't want nothing that would be associated with a penis though, because that's something
But
associated with
inside of you, well, because my girl, no, she ain't let nothing come inside of her at all. Like nothing at all. But she will wear it and stick it in somebody.
I got a question though. I mean, what is all the restriction? I mean, we got freedom. We got freedom of speech. Why can't we have freedom of sex?
It's not
I
my
mean,
restriction.
why can't people strap it on? People eat the pussy. People do whatever the hell they want to do in a sexual setting. I mean, really, why it has to be categorized as this?
Because because people get confused. With
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's why, like, if you that's why people who say, okay, I present it as a lesbian, and then next thing you know, they with a dude getting fucked with a real penis.
But I don't think it's confusing. I don't think it's confusing. I think it's sexual because the thing is, they can be a lesbian and they can be with a woman every day, but if they want to go out and get dick, real dick, not a strap on. What is the problem with that?
Because you're not a lesbian, then.
Well,
you ain't a lesbian. If
give
you
it
say
a name. I mean, that's the thing. America is a place where we got to name everything.
Right. That's my thing is why do we have to label it and why we always got to put it in the box?
Why we got to put it right? Exactly.
You don't have to label it. If you didn't, because I'm cool with not having labels on stuff because labels make it problematic. So for me, it's just like, okay, it will be okay. Because this is my, I'm telling you what my actual beliefs are. I believe that as humans, we're supposed to have sex with whoever we want to have sex with. What makes the difference is that you have societal constructs that say, okay, well, this behavior is okay, that behavior is not okay. So you have to create labels to put people in to make it okay
That's
for people to
society.
be able
I
to
mean,
interact.
that's what society down the line.
Right.
That's
And
why
it's
they came. That's why they came up with marriage. That's why they
right.
came up with everything because everything had to be in a controlled situation.
Right. So you put people in their purest form. Okay, just like you take dudes and put them in prison. What's gonna happen? They're gonna start having sex with other men.
Because
So
they
it's
sexual
it's
creatures.
environmental. So if it wasn't supposed to be that way, then it's not gonna happen that way. So I just believe that if you just leave people alone, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. And that's why I think
and
like
that's the truth.
when somebody says they're bisexual or they're gay and they got a wife and kids at home and they're going out and having sex with men, to me that's not cool.
No, that's not cool. That's deceptive. If you're
Right.
not being truthful to your. That's the thing is if you're gonna do, you have to be honest
Right.
in your relationship.
Right.
Yeah, but
It
they
comes with
don't.
responsibility,
They're not.
and they need to be ashamed of themselves. That's some bull crap.
Because here's a question that I asked. Here's a question that I asked somebody, and while we all whenever this conversation comes up, it always turns out to be something that people want to have a deep conversation about it, because people just can't get themselves to jump over this hump and say, okay, well I'm this way, because they're concerned about how people are going to perceive them. So I would always ask people like, what makes one person like be okay with saying, okay, I'm this way, I love men, like I get it in, like, and the next motherfucker, that they're this way. There's no way that you can deny it. Like it seeps out of their fucking skin. Like you see them how they present, and they say, no, I'm straight. What's the difference between somebody who's able to do that as opposed to somebody who just can't do it, no matter
So
no
what?
matter
But
what?
what makes you think that person is gay?
Cause I've seen a motherfucker fuck a dude, suck a dude,
Oh.
suck a dude, like they fucking
I ain't never
dick
seen a
dick,
dude fuck a dude.
dog style.
I don't fuck with that many dudes.
This motherfucker is doggy style between a dude's legs. Like,
No.
he called this motherfucker, he got baby hair dudes, his cousins and brothers.
Wait a
But
minute.
you a straight motherfucker. No, you not. You a gay motherfucker, but you just won't tell a motherfucker you gay. Like, motherfucker, you are gay. Like, why don't a motherfucker do that? Like, why don't you just whatever? I'm just this motherfucker.
But the thing is, but then again, you just gave him a title, because the thing is, you may see him fuck a dude, suck a dude, but then
I didn't want to hear what you get on this.
no, you may see him with females too. So the thing is, he ain't gotta say I'm gay. He'll be like, I'm sexual. I like to fuck whatever. I mean, come on my house. The goldfish stops swimming and he trying to fuck. I mean, it is some sexual people that's all they want to do is get it in.
Okay, but that's cool if you want to do that, but everybody says that. So what prevents a motherfucker from saying okay? That's my question. Is like why don't you do that? Okay, why don't you NBA motherfuckers and football playing motherfuckers just say, okay, I'm a gay motherfucker and be done with it? Like why won't they do that? Like why won't they say shit like that? Why?
I mean, I don't know no NBA motherfuckers like, I mean, they do whatever they want to do. But the thing is, you just can't categorize it to those celebrities of NBA. That's all over society.
Exactly.
The thing is, it's all over. But the thing is you got to look at the other hand is, it ain't all over society. I mean, there's some dudes out here trying to fuck every woman they can get their hands
but they
on.
might be gay motherfuckers though, because I've known people that try to fuck anything that moves, but on the real, they gay. So it's like, what makes one person be like?
Do you think a man who fucks other men and women, do you think they gay, or do you think they bisexual, or do you?
He
think
don't believe in
sexual?
bisexual.
You don't believe in bisexual.
I think you can just be. You can just be one. Okay, I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. Okay, because I was explaining to her, like, in her strap-on scenario or whatever. It's like, okay, you can for me, like, you can relate to me in a certain type of way, and then when you get to the point where you're just like, okay, you're talking to me a certain kind of way, then automatically the switch comes on, because I'm not cool with that. So in all other circumstances and situations, like, we good until you start treating me like a female, a bitch, or whatever. Then okay, all shit has to stop.
Understandable.
So I'm like, if there's a big old muscled up Hulk type motherfucker. If that motherfucker can be out there saying that he's gay and he don't have that's not one fucking feminine quality in this motherfucker, that he's out there on Front Street saying, yeah, I'm gay, I love men, like whatever. Why can't the next motherfucker do that shit? Like, why can't this dude bring himself to that is like this, be able to say, okay,
that's all society.
It ain't got nothing to.
That's all the way society was.
Why it sound like you trying to call somebody out for somebody to come in and confess
because
like you want to lay on the couch.
No, I'm saying because that's what happens. That's why we always find ourselves getting into this situation because we're talking about people who are like this or undercover because you don't understand how somebody could choose to be this way. If it's okay in society, like, our society is embracing people who are of that perspective.
But it's not at all.
It's not okay in
society.
It's
not.
It's not okay. It's not okay with people who are secretly gay.
No,
who are like that.
It's not even okay with people who coming out because the thing is, even the people who coming out, they still will put you on your box. They will put you in your box. Okay, you could have a TV series and you're on a major network and you're a gay couple doing the thing, and they still put you. But
you have to act a certain
way. Exactly.
But you have to be feminine, even, so you can't be a masculine.
But it's the gay guys
man
who are in control of the network. So why wouldn't you be able if you sucking the fucking behind the closed doors to make things happen? Why wouldn't it be okay to be openly gay if the ones who are in power are gay?
Money.
But you can make you make money knowing that you are gay.
You'll make money knowing you are. You make money because you control that situation.
Yeah.
You look at the situation on a good ratio, Will and Grace.
Will and Grace.
When you hear the two gay guys, the thing is it was a comedy. It was a comedy.
Right, but you look
it was funny. They threw jokes. They put it out there. You ain't seen that shit on a drama.
Look at what happened to hip hop though.
Hip hop gay?
Like all of these dudes are gay.
Not all of them.
All the dude artists are gay.
No, they're not. I mean, not all of them. You think so?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yeah. Because
they dress feminine?
I mean, if you're wearing a dress and fucking dudes, that makes you gay, right?
Who fucked the dude that wears a dress? You know somebody that you've seen with your own eyes, wearing a dress?
Okay, you got let's pick on. You got let's pick one and see if you guys agree. Let's go with Young Thug.
Okay, so you say that he's
I mean, he's wearing a dress.
Gay.
He's calling dudes bae, like referring to dudes a certain way, like you talking, the way you presenting, like you a gay motherfucker, like. But you saying you straight, but you not.
So you telling me that is what a person wears determine if they are
okay. Dog Pound Mike puts on a dress, and he said he not a kilt. He wear a dress like Kirk Franklin came on the Grammys. This motherfucker came out. He had a red dress on with some leggings and ankle boots. He's wearing makeup and eyelashes and shit in a video, but he's supposed to be a straight guy.
First of all, I gotta rewind because motherfucker said MikeMike Dog Pound in a dress.
No, I'm saying motherfucker put a dress on.
If MikeMike got a dress on, it's a motherfucking $1 million check in the bank. Goddamn it!
That's what I'm saying.
Some shit that went down.
But you you come out with a dress on and you kissing dudes and stuff, but you say you straight. Like, come on. Like Baby and Lil Wayne and all these type of dudes. Like, you kissing dudes, you hanging out with your homeboys all the time, you hugging up and kissing them, but you saying you straight. But straight guys don't do stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna hang out with my homeboys and kiss them and hug on them and like all this shit. It's just not happening because some things just don't equate to being a straight motherfucker. It's like straight guys don't do stuff like this. So if you're presenting as gay and saying you straight, then what they're trying to do is normalize acting gay as if that's the way straight men act.
I don't.
You don't get that?
I see what you're saying on that. I see what you're saying. My thing is, and you're right. They shouldn't try to normalize it that it's straight. They should normalize it as this is the fuck I want to do.
Right.
which we would have more respect. But the thing is, it all comes back to the society. Because the thing is, if you out here rapping and you say your name is Young Thug, and in our minds, we a Mike from Dog Pound from the street. So if I see a motherfucking thug, this a thug. You ready to shoot and kill a motherfucker. You ready to fuck as many women as possible. So we can't relate to that as you out here sucking dick or trying to hit another dude in the ass. And that's just on the up and up. So the thing is, to make their money, they say they straight. But behind closed doors or whatever you see, they doing see. But the thing is that ain't what they're trying to show to make their paper. You know? So you're right. I mean, is it a dishonesty? Yeah, but you know something? Who gives a fuck?
Right.
I mean, I do. Like, I give a fuck.
But see, my thing is, Dog Pound don't give a fuck.
I'm saying
I ain't trying to look at none of that gay man sucking dick man shit.
But you're not trying to look at it. But it's how they've taken the culture, and then because people kids are very impressionable. So you got hip hop culture, which is very influential in our society.
Yes.
And you take that and you present it a certain way. So now you have the next generation of young black men coming up and emulating these actions. So it seems like that the goal is to
Emasculine.
effeminize black men and normalize this way of acting, which should be totally separate and confined to whatever that group is within our society.
I understand what you're saying. So since we gotta get off Valentine's Day and get all socialized about the shit, then where the thing is, if real men are taking care of their kids and their sons, then you will put them into this understanding of like that ain't the way it should be. The thing is, you as a man, if you had a son, how would you raise your son? Would you raise your son as, hey, no, better question. How would you raise your gay son? Could he be gay in your house?
Yeah, that's how he chose to present. Like if he wanted to go around and do stuff like that, like of course, like I'm not gonna be like, okay, it's wrong to be gay.
So do you believe that you can be born gay? Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do believe that.
Okay, better question then.
Mm-hmm.
So do you believe that you can born to be in the closet gay? Because it's like it's like
no, you
come out the closet or stay,
Like you have to learn. You have to learn that because if you watch little kids, like little kids are gonna present how they're gonna present, and then they have to learn. They have to learn, how to not do things or be a certain way. Because if you don't have that influence, then it's not gonna happen because you're just gonna be natural, like how you are. Like I don't know if you've seen like little kids.
I don't agree with that.
I don't know if you've seen like little kids, like little kids. It's like, okay, you got a little boy and you got a little girl. Okay, as parents, like we're gonna want our little boys to act like little boys, and our little girls to act like little girls.
Of course, but you gotta look at the situation, and it always go back to society because you gonna want, like I said, if you want to support your gay son, but he grows up to be 6'9" and one of the best basketball players in the league. So the thing is, you gonna like, well, you can't be out here being gay because they ain't gonna take you in the leg. It's frowned upon because it's some things, as you say, Naomi, they frown upon.
Right, I see what you're saying because me, like I know that there's certain ways like little dudes and little girls are supposed to act, and that may sound stereotypical in a sense. It's just like when I see a little dude and he got little braids in his hair, like his hair is long, I just shake my head because I'm like, okay, well you're raising this little dude to think like it's okay to present like a little girl, and to me that's not okay. Y'all looking funny, but I'm saying like to me, when I was little, okay, my hair was cut short, like my shit was close. I'm dressing like a little dude because however you gonna turn out, whether you turn out to be gay or whatever, like I feel like there's ways that you have to present in order for your little men to grow into young men, and then men finally, so they understand how to present in society.
Right. And just to piggyback what he said, I've heard and I've seen people that say the same thing. especially when it comes to Black culture. As for little boys, it's supposed to be um, not right or unlucky to cut a boy's hair before he turned the age of 1. But once he turned the age of 1, you cut his hair. That should be his first haircut. And then after that, that's where that kind of like brings him into boyhood, into manhood and things of that sort. Nowadays, it is when you do see a little boy with their braids, really long or stuff like that. People do tend to question, how are you raising them? Are you raising them to be very vain on, them having the long hair and things of that sort, or how you it's making them look more feminine than a woman, or a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Like in that aspect, which is to me, it's crazy, but I've heard that before. I mean,
Yeah,
what
it's
you
like
said, I've heard that before.
it's like
Question them. So how would you raise your son? How will your son hair and appearance be? Would you let them be, I guess kind of what society is? Because when you look at it, I mean, society is the hip hop, the rap music, what you see, and a lot of men are wearing braids in their hair now.
I guess
So
for me, that question is very, very hard, and I'm gonna be very honest, because I'm not gonna lie, I can be very hypocritical with some things, and I think all of us can. I can give somebody advice on something else, but when it comes close home to me, I don't really know if I'm able to take that in here. I would love them. My thing is I'm trying to protect them from harm, and I know that it's a cruel world out there.
society.
Right, it is. It's a cruel world out there with society. I will try to educate them as much as I can and empower them to be able to be as strong as they can be. But it'll be hard because there are so many blocks that are against them, especially being a man,
Yeah.
especially being a Black man.
Yeah.
see,
In
it's
society,
like, right.
it's hard for that, and that's why I do feel it's like, why does it have to be? Why, like even for the basketball players, the football players, that why can't they can still do their job regardless if they're gay or not? We shouldn't care about who's in their bed. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but that's kind of like an ideal type of situation, but it's already been demonstrated that that's not people are not going to allow that to happen with the dude who came out as openly gay. Like he's not playing football
Right, which is effed up.
because you can't do
I
that.
mean, was he good though? But was he good?
He was okay.
He was okay.
He was okay. He was okay.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, but see, it's some things I have a problem. Like, it's a lot of things I have a problem with when it comes to stuff like that, because a lot of times, especially when it comes to like sagging, like people think that shit is something that started in prison, but it didn't. Like
what?
sagging goes back to slavery
Hmm.
because that's how they used to do stuff. So when you have people walking around with their pants hanging off their ass, it's like y'all don't even understand where the shit came from.
Right.
So it's so to me, it's like if you're not teaching your sons this type of stuff, then they just don't have the tools that'll make them be men.
Hmm.
And for me, it's very important to have that, because you talk about the difference in between raising your son or your daughter. Like I have a daughter,
Hmm.
and right away, like when she was little, you could tell she was a girly girl.
Hmm.
From the time she could pick up a lip gloss or whatever.
Mhm.
It's like she's glossing up her lips. She was a girly girl. Now she's athletic, but when she started off, she was a girl's girl. So I'm like, if I had a son, I already know how I'm gonna raise that dude, whether he turns out to be gay or not. It's just certain things that I would instill in him as a little
Man.
dude, a little man, a boy growing into a man. Like you carry yourself a certain way.
So, I mean, I hear what you said about the sagging pants, and believe me, I'm not a big fan of the sagging pants. I'm not. But in that same sense, we just can't stereotype a style or a fashion style they created. I mean, you go back to slavery, yes, it was sagging pants because we didn't have no belts. It was no shit. They just gave us whatever the fuck. If you was a size 14 and you had to wear a size 32 pants, that's what they gave you. But the thing is, in today's society, you have that choice. But that don't mean that a person with a can't go out with second pass and go to fucking a great school and get a degree and become whatever they want to become as
Right.
well.
It may not,
Right.
it may not mean that, but it's just like when you're purposely doing something, it's like I've seen people like, their pants is normal, and then they purposely, when they around people, they pull their pants down so they make sure that you see their ass cheeks.
Right.
Pull up their shirt, pull their pants down below the cheeks, so you can see the booty hanging. So you can see the booty
That's something
hanging.
different.
What's different?
That is something different.
Right, they on some shit.
Right, but guys, I want to pull it back in because we totally got off of our whole subject for a good
Valentine's
45
Day, right?
minutes.
We still
Right.
on Valentine's Day.
I know, but we only got like 30 minutes left of the show. So what I want to do is I want to take a break. I want to bring it back. When we come back, guys, we're going to talk about some Valentine's horror story dates, or, what's the most exciting Valentine's date that we have. I'm going to share mine, and Alexander Devoe is going to share one of his. Am I right? We might even get Dog Pound MikeMike back in here with some stuff. This is your girl, Nyomi Banxxx, here on Chocolate Radio, the live show here on Radio Network.
Please, girl, don't fear it. It's nothing to be afraid of. Love is what we were made for. And I promise you, love never fails. It may be against the rules sometimes, but still it prevails, girl. So let me introduce you to something you're not used to. And let this love consume you. And call love is a beautiful thing, yeah. And baby girl, you're a beautiful queen to me. Love is a mutual thing, you see. So let me introduce you to this thing called love. Is a beautiful thing, yeah. And baby girl, you're a beautiful queen to me. Love is a mutual thing, you see. So let me introduce you to this thing called love. It can heal your heart or hurt it, but all the side effects of love are worth it. So let's make it work. Better yet, let's work it. I know you're nervous, but just relax. I know eventually that time will elapse, but maybe we can follow time as it fit perhaps. But our love will never fade, and that's a fact. Factual, actually, love made us a match. Call love is a beautiful thing, yeah. And baby girl, you're a beautiful queen to me. Love is a mutual thing, you see.
love that song.
It's a nice song.
Yeah, that's that baby making music right there.
That's like good Valentine mood music
Yes, it is.
when you want to like
Get it in.
make love.
Yeah, make love, get it in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you guys are tuned in here to Chocolate Radio, the live show here on Rip Radio Network. I'm your girl, Nyomi Banxxx, here with your boy, Alexander Devoe.
And I'm eating strawberries like
Very sexy like.
sexily.
Like, very sexily like.
Yeah.
Right? And also the man that no one never sees, but always in the streets.com. MikeMike, what's going on, baby?
I'm eating chicken wings like a damn man.
All right, guys. So the last hour, we kind of got off the topic. You know, this is supposed to be yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We did. And so we want to kind of break it back for these last 30 minutes of it. And we really want to talk about Valentine's Day. And as I mentioned before in the first hour, that you know, some people think that Valentine's Day is overrated or that you have to bring your sex game up to another level. And, you know, and I guess it's not even another level. It's just, you know, giving something special on that day, you know, on that day. So before we took a break, you know, one of my questions is your best Valentine's Day date and your worst Valentine's date. For you, Alexander Devoe.
You know, you ask me these questions, and I have to go back into my memory banks like, to think about stuff. Because, I mean, you know, I say I'm a romantic, and you don't believe that, but you know, sometimes I can be very romantic.
So, what's the most romantic thing that you've done for a woman?
Like just go all out, like get like a
what?
penthouse,
Like
like a penthouse suite,
Okay.
like a tub, like flowers, candy, wine, presents, like all that type of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I at heart, I am a romantic.
Okay.
I mean, I used to be that way before I turned into that person.
So you say that motherfucker.
Right.
You know, I did. Like, I was like, I would always go out like and get a card, like especially on Valentine's Day. Like, I would get multiple cards.
So are you like that type of brother that you at the door, you the one that knocking at the door and you doing everything to get into the door, and once you in the door,
you know
then
what?
that's it?
You know what? I'm really into R&B, so that song that was playing, because for me it's like romance, and like, especially like Valentine's Day. Like when I had a Valentine, like I was really into the spirit of those things. So music to me was like very important, and setting the mood was very important. So I would always like go out of my way to make sure that I was doing things and giving stuff to a person so they understood, like, you know, I was really cared about them and I really loved them.
Right.
Whether that might be kind of hard to believe, because sometimes I portray this person who was just like, you know, wild and like freaky and getting it in all the time. But at heart, I am a romantic. But it just has to be the person who you're really connected with in order for you to be that way, and it's equally matched.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this, because I remember growing up, my dad used to do all the time. Is my mom and my sister, and he used to always make sure that he bought us a box of candy.
Yeah.
I mean, he did this all the way up until probably a year before he passed away. That he always, you know, bought us, you know, boxes. Well, my mom had the big box, and still until, you know, we were still grown, he bought us the little bitty, you know, candy boxes, you know, just from him, in case we've never got anything from, you know, anybody else. We knew that our dad, you know, that he loved us dearly, and that we will always be his Valentine versus anybody. Do you do that for your daughter?
You know, with my daughter, it's kind of hard to do that because everything is so close. So you have like Christmas, and then her birthday, and then you have Valentine's. So everything is all like she gets presents like on top of presents. Right? But for me, like what I do is like I don't just confine that to one day. I'm like that every day. I try to be that. I try to be that type of person and father to my daughter every day. I
mean, and he did that too, but it's like, you know, you have that, like, for instance, my daughter, she's in high school now, and her thing was that I saw all of my friends get, you know, she's not allowed to have any boyfriends until a certain age. And so all of her friends got flowers and balloons and cards of that sort. Got her a box of candy. And she said that's not the same. So today I went out and got her some flowers to make up for that, because my thing is that I want you to know that you are loved, and special, because once you start getting those things from other men, I mean from guys or whatever like that, it comes with a responsibility. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
but yeah, I understand the reasoning behind it, but I also understand, like, when you have days that are designated, throughout the year, they're all about the commercial aspects of it.
Right.
So I try to stay away from the commercial aspects of it, and not necessarily participate in it, even though I did that in the past. But with my daughter, I just want her to she's able to participate in those type of things, the Valentine's and all that, but I also want her to know that it doesn't have to be associated with the commercial aspects of it, because that's how things have evolved. Even with Valentine's Day, originally it didn't start off like this. It was a pagan ritual where women were being beaten, and then they ended up executing two guys named Valentine, and they started associating things like that. And it wasn't until 1913 that they actually started celebrating this as a regular thing every year, and associating the commercial aspects of it with Valentine's Day. So that's when
Well, there you go. He broke it down for you guys. That is Alexander Devoe knows what moment there. It wasn't created till what, 1913?
1913.
1913.
When it really took off,
Mm-hmm.
and we have what we have right now, because that's one of those big, shopping days.
So that's when Hallmark were created in
Exactly.
1913.
Yeah, that's when they came around, and they were responsible for making sure that we have cards and all that type of stuff.
So okay, all right, we gonna go somewhere else or no? All right, so let's go this, because we can go somewhere else with this. So for you, Mike, what was your most memorable Valentine's Day day?
My most memorable was probably about 12, 13 years ago. And the thing is I feel like I'm a very creative person. I dabbled in the movies, and one of the special things I done dabbled into making movies. I'm a writer.
Okay.
And
I'm
the
like,
thing
you did
is,
what?
Dabbled.
Right, you're gonna dabble
dabbled a little bit.
We got some. Mike go to Dallas. Like, does Dallas like what?
Mike been drinking. Goddamn it! It's Valentine's Day. No, but you know what I did for my special someone is I think it was a great weekend we had. We were in the suite, and I wrote poems. And throughout the whole day, I put them in places where she would find them and give them to her, and she would read them and things like that, And that was very, to me, I was romantic, trying to get back there, but it very was romantic. That was one of my, very special Valentine's days.
Okay. That's what's up.
So I want to try to get back there.
I'm trying to go back there.
Because, as time goes, because I heard Naomi talking about earlier about, is Valentine's Day is a special day to do something different.
Yeah, you got
instead of just getting the pussy.
And the thing is that, and I'm gonna be very honest with it, we get caught up in the everyday. Everyday thing is the run of it. We gotta work. We're building things. And so you try to get a designated day where you can allow yourself to let go or let loose or let love come first in that relationship. And a lot of people do use like special times like Valentine's Day,
exactly.
Or anniversaries or stuff like that. But sometimes people want to be loved on more than just that one particular day like that. Not saying that they don't love you throughout the year every day, but just that special time where you thought about somebody and you like, yeah, they want that time. You understand what I'm saying?
But if you if you do that all the time, then it kind of makes this day unnecessary.
No.
Because on Valentine's Day, and this dog pound talking. Valentine's Day, if you give me the pussy every day, on Valentine's Day, you open up that booty hole.
Oh shit!
You go to the dark
I
side.
mean, but what if you like if you're
What?
doing that if you're doing that all the time?
Well, that's
then
what you know.
it's not
Something.
really. It's
I
not
mean,
really
that's
different.
that's the thing is you don't do that all the time.
Yeah, but I'm the type of person who would do that all the time. Like I'm just that dude who.
You know, it's like let's be realistic though. You're
Right.
not
I'm
having
saying,
sex and you're not getting it in every day, every
The
day.
no, you
Devoe,
can't.
Devoe got 4 women at a time. I
No,
heard
Okay,
earlier,
my
so
fault. Sorry.
Devoe get
no,
it in
no.
all
I'm
the time.
saying if you're evenly yoked, like
You said you evenly yoked.
well sometimes you can't be, but I'm saying like the I'm revealing something about my personality that people may not know. But at heart, I'm a true romantic. But it's like because I've been there before where it was all about that. So you
But
do things where you think about the
But
other
the thing,
person.
how can you be even yoked when, okay, you're a businessman, you have businesses, you have productions that you do, you have a daughter that you have so many things. So how can every day or even every week you be evenly yoked?
Because
It's
it's
time
As you
where
get
life,
older,
yeah,
things changes. Your
things
body
change,
changes,
right?
who
So
situation
said
you
that?
got to
changes.
have
So
these
things,
days to rekindle.
yeah,
Who said that has to happen though?
It doesn't have to
not for
happen, but
everybody.
it naturally
Yeah,
happens.
but it does. It
That's
does.
just part of being disciplined though. So if you're like that and you practice that and you're disciplined like that, then it's not easy to maintain something like that. If it's because it's your choice to be that way.
Hmm.
And I know for me, like that's how I wanted to be. Like I wanted to be that type of person who was that romantic type of person
Hmm.
that needed and looked for that connection to have with someone, so you could do something like that.
But
Right.
but even in romance though, romance are in many different ways. I mean, when we look at a daily day, 365, when you working, taking care of stuff, business and kids and things like that. So sometimes in a week, your romance may just to be like give your girl a back rub. That may be the romantic that you can get that week. And then things, of course you're gonna have sex, you're gonna do things, but then on this one special day, you can throw everything else to the side. I'm not gonna do none of this shit, and this is gonna be our romantic day,
And take
you
it
know,
somewhere else.
and take it somewhere else. But doing a normal lifestyle, doing a normal everyday where you gotta work, she gotta work, kids gotta go to school, bills gotta be it won't be like that. Right? If you can have it like that every day, hey, you're a bad
Man,
man.
It won't be
man,
that
I
way,
want to watch that
but
shit. Like,
Right. That
it
shit should
won't
be on
be
TV.
it won't be that way. But if you think about it, like if you were like that before, then yeah, life does happen.
Right.
But you can make it a point to do stuff like that, to continue it that way. And here's what I'm telling you, like, okay, me being this romantic type of person, today I still have a box full of cards that I wrote to a wife that I had a long time ago in my possession.
hmm.
Like stuff that I like letters that I wrote to her. Like I have letters that she wrote to me, like all of this type of stuff. I still have that. So it's like, when you're
Real
like,
long time ago.
yeah, this is a long time ago.
Really? Dang,
This is like in
stalkerish. Like,
1984.
that's stalker shit. Like, right
No,
now.
it's not stalker stuff.
Okay.
It's just like when we were together, like all the stuff that I sent her, like because she was in Germany and then she came back and then we were together, we got married. So all the cards that I had, like they were in both of our possessions, and then when we broke up, like I kept those. I kept them.
And what do you do with them?
I don't do anything with them.
You want to recycle and use for the new one?
Nah, man. I'm just saying, like,
So fuck wrong
you
with
know,
you?
because it's kind of interesting to be able to go back sometimes and just like look at how you thought about a person at that particular point in time, because a lot of us don't get that opportunity to do that. We're with somebody and then you're gone, and you may not have that because people like today, like we don't write letters like that no more.
Right. You know, actually, that's kind of deep. But then you have that point to where you know when people tear up the pictures of the old boyfriend or or ex-husband or
Mm.
ex-wife or whatever like that because they don't want that person to be in that relationship. So by you
Mm.
holding on to those things, do you feel like you brought that relationship in every other relationship after that?
Mm.
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
because that person was dead to me. like the person was dead to me, but the experience was something that I lived, and I know that I was like that, you know, at one point in my life, I was that way. You know, I was dedicated to being a romantic type of person. So sometimes when you're caught up in the romance aspect of it, you know, it was like this. Like, it was like, you know, every Valentine's Day was like this, but it was just like 1,000 times overloaded. So when you're talking about elevating things, like I did stuff like that.
But they really truly did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, the relationship really truly did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you don't have to say
Message. Message.
Nah, because you know, like, you know, most people wouldn't think that, you know, I would be that type of person, but you know, I just wanted to evolve and be a person who was really connected in a certain type of way to a person.
Hell no,
where I
I
could
don't think
express
you that's
myself.
right. You just talking about Folsom and Fires and fast breaks a minute ago.
Yeah, you know, but it was really funny. But it was really
Wait, did
funny.
you say a fast break? What you
Fast
said
break.
fast
But it
break?
was-
He
so
said
funny.
he had a phone one fast break, right?
But it was
Phone
so funny because sometimes in life you have to experience those extremes in order to be able to understand and have a perspective on stuff that makes you grounded in a sense, because you really don't have the opportunity to change if you haven't experienced that type of stuff.
That's a good philosophy,
Yeah.
for real. I'm gonna write that shit down. I'm gonna take it to my woman. Baby, if I fuck 4 women, if I fuck you and 4 women, I think it's gonna make me a better person. That's some shit I gotta
So you say,
That's gonna make me better.
It's Valentine's Day.
Hey.
We gotta take stuff to.
Hey, all you guys out here,
Right.
when you look at your girl tonight, say, baby, I love you, but I think if you can bring 3 more women in, I can love you even more.
Just from the experience alone, it will
Just
make me that much
what's
better.
Exactly. So
How you feel about that, damn?
That's some bullshit.
Man, get some motherfuckers.
That's why his ass sitting here with sexy like that. That's why he's sitting with sexy ass right now, damn it. Cause that same ass philosophy.
Well, maybe I won't take that home today because I'm trying to get some.
it is a Valentine technique that you can use in order to increase the possibilities that you're experiencing, you know, Valentine's Day at a heightened level of, you know, romanticism and personal connection and interacting with your partner.
Baby, can you call 3 of your friends up? I think it's just gonna make us better as a couple.
I think it works. Like, it works. So,
I'm telling you guys, don't try that shit.
Right.
Please
no,
don't.
you must try these techniques because
Hey,
they actually do work.
you know why? If I go tell my woman that, call 3 friends and shit, okay, she gonna call Tyrone, Devoe, and Christopher. And they ain't the kind of party I'm looking for.
Well, see, it might help her grow.
Yeah, right. It's gonna help somebody grow.
Be more connected in the long run.
Call Tyrone.
Right. All right, guys. So we are ending our show right now. This is what I want to say. For me, Valentine's Day has always been special for me, and I think I mentioned it before about my dad. You know, he always showed us love every day throughout the day, but on Valentine's Day is always seemed that much more special because sometimes he didn't have a dollar to his name, but he was always can find a way to get us that box of candy in that rose. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to, you know, to show that aspect of it. My most memorable and probably my worst is when I try to cram 3 dates into one.
You get 3 days into one.
Three dates into one for Valentine's Day. I had a breakfast date, I had a lunch date, and I had a dinner date.
Oh, you're doing some devious type stuff.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
in like all in the row, like from one and then the other
Oh,
one.
separate.
Separate. It was 3 separate guys with
Right.
3 separate dates on Valentine's Day. They you know wanted to be my Valentine's Day. You know that one. The breakfast was good. And let me correct why I said that.
Now,
The breakfast
did you
date-
have sex with each
No,
one?
I didn't have sex with none of them. Nan one of them. No, you know, no.
I thought that was the whole point of Valentine's Day. Was
No.
to
No.
to have it culminate in amazing sex on the day.
The the guy that was on the breakfast date he actually was a guy that I had been seeing for a while, for a couple of months.
Okay.
My lunch date was actually someone that I actually modeled with, and he got the nerve to ask me out on a date for Valentine's Day, to be his Valentine's Day. And then my dinner date was actually someone that I had met at one of my shows, and I thought he was cool, and then come to find out that he wasn't. When we went, it was like, you know how you be at the right place with the wrong person.
Right.
That was that type of situation. Right venue, everything was beautiful, but it was wrong. But then I had this other guy that was texting me throughout all three of my dates to see if they all was good. So it was a memorable day because I've never done that before. They had 3 dates in one night and one day. And then because 2 of the dates wasn't, good. One of the dates was. That was like a marathon. I wonder what happened to, a few of those guys.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Like multiple dates in the same day on Valentine's. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I only kissed one of the guys. The guy for breakfast, I kissed him. The other 2, they just got a hug and a pat and thank you very much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I've never done that. I mean, I've done stuff over the top.
Well, no, please, you and your fivesome, that beats out
No,
mine.
I don't mean I don't mean that type of stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, because that wasn't on Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
I mean, just like a one-on-one with somebody that that I was in a relationship with,
Mhm.
and it was cool because I'm just a romantic type of person,
Mhm.
and it was a nice experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, one of my best ones was that I was getting I had these paper bags, and each one of these paper bags, it was something that I liked. It wasn't nothing expensive. It was like you can tell that this guy was listening to me talk. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can tell that he was actually paying attention to what I said, and in each one of these paper bags, it was something that was my favorite or important to me. That was in each one of those, and I thought that was very romantic and very special.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, very romantic and very special. Yeah, that was That's
Yeah, I
it.
just like some a nice little outfit that I've selected and asked for somebody to put on specifically for me, and then reveal it how I want it to be revealed. And to me, that's like a perfect Valentine's night ending.
I like that. That's nice. I do. I like that. That's you know what that I like that. One thing that I've never gotten and I've always wanted, how to like the pedals on the floor?
Yeah, you never got that?
No, like no, like the pedals on the floor that goes, as soon as you open the
To
door,
the top or
like
to the
that everywhere through the whole
Candles.
house. We got like a room full of balloons. For some reason, I have this balloon fetish. So it's like, so it's like I want the whole room full with balloons and stuff like that, and rose petals just
we got a
all
room full
over
of
the.
balloons right now.
Yeah, I got a few of them, but ain't no sex going on after this. I want like pebbles, and the wine and and stuff
Right.
like that. That's some shit that I would want. Actually, I did that. I was a bridesmaid for one of my girlfriends, and I actually set a room like that, up like that for
You did?
their honeymoon. Yeah, with the balloons.
Oh,
They
that's
had all the
cool.
balloons and the flowers and and stuff like that. And I think she got pregnant that night too.
Well, I mean, yeah, that happens on Valentine's Day. A lot of people get pregnant. Right? There's a lot of impregnation going on right now.
I know that's right. All right, guys. Well, that's the end of our show. So, if you guys out there and you don't have a Valentine's, I'll be a Valentine's just for this moment here. But enjoy the rest of your night. Tune in next week where we will be here back. I hate that, really. I hate that, Miss Tish Marie wasn't able to make it in, but we most definitely will get her in here soon because she's always a riot to be here. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What you got going on this weekend?
Uh, what am I doing? Like something. I'll probably fly a drone. Like I just brought my daughter a drone,
Okay.
so we probably go out and fly that drone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's like, Dad, I want a drone. I got her a red drone, so it's kind of like a Valentine's drone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm hitting Chicago for a few days so I can get my hair done. If you guys see, I took out my braids. And so my girl D is going to do my hair this weekend. And let's see how that goes. Yeah. She's going to do my, so I'm going to come back next week with a nice little, cute hairdo. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to keep it a surprise. As well as working on some other projects that I can't wait to share with you guys.
No, and I'll be working on Urban X Awards. Actually, that's what I'm doing. Like the rest of this week, we're trying to finalize the venue so we can start the marketing push.
Yes,
and,
we are.
and get information out there. The website should be up.
Yes, we are.
Within the next couple of days or so.
Yes, we are.
So Urban X Weekend is going to be what I'm doing. It's an Urban X Weekend.
Urban X Weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, it's your girl Nyomi Banxxx here with Alexander Devoe in Dogcom MikeMike. Chocolate Radio, the live show here on Rip Radio Network. I see you guys next Tuesday. Keep it sexy, guys.
That's why I tell you girl, you looking like you want something. Baby, your eyes only show me one thing. Girl, you want it, yes I want it. I can't front this girl, I want it. And baby girl,